Hey guys, Aaron here. Okay, I'm back with another episode of Breath of the Wild. So just a warning, there might be some spoilers in this video, so please be aware of that. So what I want to do today actually is get to the tower over in the distance. Currently I'm in Zura's domain, so once I've got to that tower and ascended it, it will turn blue and I can use that as a fast travel spot. So what I'm going to do is just glide down here. I'm going to stick to the right hand side because over on the left there are actually some enemies that if you're wearing metal you'll get defeated pretty quick, lightning and all that. So I'm going to stick to the safe route. Okay, maybe if I just climb up here a bit, then I can glide over. Or do that. Get to dry land, I think. Every time I've played Breath of the Wild, actually, there's always some new enemy I come across, or something that I wasn't expecting, so fingers crossed I'll come across something like that shortly. But for the time being, I'll just keep heading towards that tower, I think. There's some kind of weird rock formation there. Go and climb it. It's got to be done. So generally I'm on the right track here. Oh, there is an enemy though, so I see some weapons as well. I might go and grab those in a tick. Job done. Okay, I've got a few items here. Roasted base. Yeah, that's a pretty good little haul, I reckon. What we got over here with the weapons, though? Nothing really of interest, I guess. Right, I'll continue on my way. But first, there is a Lizalfos that I might just quickly attack. Seems to be quite a lot of Lizalfosses around this area. There is a chest over there as well, so see what's inside. Soldier's bow. Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah, sometimes it is best just to run from the enemies. Don't put up a fight unless you really need to. Especially if they've got lightning. Okay, so yeah, the enemy down there, around its neck actually, usually you'll come across some really good weapons. So I'm going to drop some here so I can glide in. You can usually land on his stomach, grab the weapons and then just leg it. Maybe not in this case, but still, I might go up against him. So yeah, what you want to do actually is just use the arrow, hit him in the eye, and he'll fall down. I've come across a few of the Hinuks in the game. They all pretty much work the same way. You can get in there for like an attack with a melee weapon, but I do find it's easier actually just using arrows and then rushing him for that attack when he's down. One thing as well I must say is if you're actually using the Switch version of the game with the Joy-Cons, definitely aim the arrow with the Joy-Cons. It's so much better than using the right stick. Nice. Just quickly rush round and give them a few jabs. Just swap over to the broadsword. No. Yeah, I'll stick with that one. He will start swinging the tree chunks around, but generally I can avoid those pretty easily. Just run away, just for a second or so. Yeah, and the spin attack as well does a bit of damage. It's well worth trying. But you want to be careful, because if you're too close to him, he will sit on you. So don't stick too close to him, really. He's nearly gone now anyway, so... One more time in the eye. Perfect. So, what will I get from him? Roasted bird thigh. Lots of drumsticks. Hinnock's guts. Lovely. Okay, again, not really a bad haul, so I'm going to continue heading up towards the tower. So I'm going to have to be a bit careful on the route I take, because it is raining, and as you're probably well aware, if you're trying to climb in the rain, you will slip back down. But so far it's not been too bad. Where did they come from? Oh good, it's all cleared up, so I shouldn't really have a problem there. Might just destroy these and see what I get out of it. Always seem to use a bomb on here, actually. It doesn't actually use any of your inventory up, so... Great. And sometimes with the towers, they are guarded either by enemies or around them is like barbed wire, or... It's a bit tricky sometimes to get to the tower, but in this instance it's... Yeah, I've just walked up to it. So even though I have got a stamina boost here, or I've increased the stamina at least, I'm going to just take a rest here, let it build back up. Awesome. You can use some of the elixirs to actually just get straight up there. You won't actually need to stop halfway, but I'm not going to bother using those for the time being. So if I head to the right, I think it's pretty much just straight up on this part. Just have a quick look, I think. Yeah, that's the right way. So I'm just going to go and put the slate in. And yeah, that will activate the tower. So I can fast travel to this region if I want to. Right, I think I'm going to still go and explore the area though. Just see if I come across any other base camps. I think I see an enemy down here, so... Right, I do need to be a bit careful. I've got 2 hearts, so I'm going to just eat a few things. Generally, I tend to use food that I've just come across rather than cooked meals, just because there is so much of that around. Should do the job. Silver bow out of it. I'm not going to complain there. Oh, that was a bit close. And I will just eat something because that's going to get a bit annoying just beeping. Okay, we have quite a large enemy here. I'll just shoot him with a couple of arrows. Wasn't actually that difficult. I think he's just fallen over the edge. Yeah, is he still alive though? No one's going to survive that fall. Coming across a lot of mobbling guts lately, actually. Might just mark this area, actually. Just as a point of interest. Should really be a bit more careful with the fire arrows. I did actually go to Kakariko village and purchase a load. They weren't cheap, trust me. And in a game where you can't really come across rupees that often, you should be a bit more careful using them, but still, they're fun. Might actually just try and grab his head. Not actually tried this before. Maybe if I chuck it in the water and see what happens. Oops. There we go. Give it a kick as well. Okay, so it does actually defeat him. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see another episode, maybe give the video a thumbs up, comment even, and subscribe if you already haven't. Thanks for watching. You what?